All right. Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the My Great Bible Read Through. November here. We'll continue on with Joshua. And maybe start with into Judges. So let's get into it. Here's the, little title page in between these sections of the book. This is the books of history, they call it, containing Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Samuel. They call, and you see they call kings third and fourth kings. Samuel is also called first and second kings in here. That's kind of neat. Chronicles, Ezra. Nehemiah is called second Ezra. Not to be confused with the apocryphal books of Ezra, Esther, and Job. Look at some of the illustrations. Quite a few of them. It's kind of hard to decipher what they're depicting here and there, but if you'd like, you could pause the video. All right, cat. Stop. All right. So, Joshua chapter 1. All right. What are you doing, man? Stop. Okay. You better not chase my pencil. Okay. Don't. You're casting a shadow now. I don't care, I suppose. Bro. Stop. Stop. Chapter 1. The Lord encourageth Joshua to invade the land of promise, and commandeth him continually to read Deuteronomy. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it happened also that the Lord... Oh, let me start my timer. That the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore up and go over Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land the which I give unto the children of Israel. Don't move. All the places that the soles of your feet shall tread upon have I given you, as I said unto Moses, from the wilderness and this Lebanon unto the great river Euphrates. All the land of the Hittites, even unto the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not a man be able to withstand thee all the days of thy life. For, as I was with Moses, so will I be with thee, and will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Be strong therefore and bold, for unto this people shalt thou divide the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and as bold as thou can, that thou mayest observe and do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn therefore therefrom neither to the right hand nor to the left, that thou mayest do wisely in all thou takest in hand. Let not the book of this law depart out of thy mouth, but bear record therein, day and night, that thou mayest observe and do according to all that is written therein. For then shalt thou make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt do wisely. Have not I commanded thee, that thou shouldst not fear, neither be faint-hearted? For I, the Lord thy God, am with thee, whithersoever thou goest. Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, Go through the midst of the host, and command the people, saying, Prepare you victuals, for after 3 days... For after 3 days you shall pass over this Jordan, to go in and enjoy the land which the Lord your God giveth you to possess it. And unto the Reubenites, Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh spake Joshua, saying, Remember the word which Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, saying, The Lord your God hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Your wives, your children, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan. But ye shall go before your brethren armed, all that be men of war, and help them until the Lord have given your brethren rest, as he hath you, and until they also have obtained the land which the Lord your God hath given them. which the Lord your God giveth them. And then shall you return unto the land of your possession, and enjoy it, which land Moses the Lord's servant gave you on this side Jordan, toward the sunrising. And they answered Joshua, saying, All that thou hast commanded us we will do, and whithersoever thou sendest us we will go. According as we obeyed Moses in all things, so will we obey thee. Only the Lord thy God be with thee, as he was with Moses. And whosoever he be that doth disobey thy mouth, and will not hearken unto thy words, in all that thou commandest him, let him die. Only be strong and of a good courage. 2. Joshua sendeth spies to Jericho, which were hid of Rahab, or by Rahab. Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go and view the land, and also Jericho. And they went and came into a harlot's house named Rahab, and lodged there. And it was told the king of Jericho, and said, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to spy out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, and which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the land. And the woman took the 2 men, and hid them, and said thus, Indeed there came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And about the time of the shutting of the gate, when it was dark, the men went out. Whither the men went I wot not. Follow ye after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had lying abroad upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way of Jordan, even unto the ferry. And as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate, and ere ever they were asleep, she came up unto them upon the roof, and said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, for the fear of you is fallen upon us, and the inhabitants of the land faint at the presence of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea before you, when you came out of Egypt, and what you did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, which ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, we were sore afraid, and our hearts did faint. And there remained no more courage in any man at the presence of you. For the Lord your God, he is the God in heaven above, and on the earth beneath. Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, that as I have showed you mercy, ye shall also show mercy unto my father's house, and give me a true token, and that ye shall save alive both my father and my mother, my brethren and my sisters, and all that they have, and that ye shall deliver our souls from death. And the men answered her, Our lives for you to die, if ye utter not this our business. And when the Lord hath given us the land, we will deal mercifully and truly with thee. And then she let them down by a cord through a window, for her house was by the town wall. And she dwelt by the town wall. And she said unto them, Get you into the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and then shall ye go your way. And the men said unto her, We will be blameless of this thy oath, which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this purple cord in the window, which thou lettest us down by, and then shalt bring thy father, thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother, thy brethren, and all thy father's household, even into thy house. And then whosoever doth go out at the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his own head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any man's hand touch him. And if thou utter these our words, we will be quit of thy oath, which thou hast made us swear. And she said, According unto your words, so be it. And she sent them away to depart. And she bound the purple cord in the window, and they departed and got them into the mountain, and there abode 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. The 2 men returned and descended from the mountain, and passed over, and came to Joshua the son of Nun, and told him all that had chanced them. And they said unto Joshua, The Lord truly hath delivered into our hands all the land, and all the inhabitants of the country faint at the presence of us. 3. Joshua with the people pass over Jordan, and Joshua rose early, and they removed from Shittim, and came to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they went over. And after 3 days it fortuned that the officers went throughout the host, and commanded the people, saying, When ye see the ark of the testament of the Lord your God, and the priests that are Levites bearing it, ye shall depart from your place, and go after it, so yet that there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure, and ye shall not come nigh unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go, for ye have not gone this way in times past. beware that ye approach not nigh unto the ark. And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord shall do wonders among you. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant, and go before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, This day will I begin to magnify thee in the sight of all Israel, that they may know how that I was with Moses, how that as I was with Moses, so will I be with thee. And thou shalt command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, When ye are come to the edge of the waters of Jordan, ye shall stand still in it. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Come hither, and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, Hereby ye shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail cast out before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, the Hivites, the Perizzites, the Girgasites, the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the appointment of the Lord of all the world goeth before you into Jordan. Now therefore take from among you 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord, the governor of all the world, tread in the waters of Jordan, the waters of Jordan that are beneath shall run down, and shall be divided, and the waters that come from above shall stand still on an heap. And it fortuned that when the people were departed from their tents to go over Jordan, the priests bearing the ark of the appointment went before the people. And as soon as they that bear the ark came unto Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan useth to fill all his banks all the time of harvest, was accustomed to do so. The waters also that came down from above did rise up upon an heap, and appeared as great as a mountain, and departed far from Adam, the city that was beside Zartan, and the waters that were beneath toward the sea of the wilderness fell away, and departed into the salt sea. And the people went right over against Jericho. And the priests that bear the ark of the appointment of the Lord stood dry within Jordan, ready prepared, and all the Israelites went over through the dry, until all the people were gone clean over through Jordan. 4. And it fortuned that when the people were all gone over Jordan, the Lord spake unto Joshua, saying, Take ye 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe of man, and command ye them, saying, Take you hence out of the midst of Jordan, even out of the place where the priests stood in a readiness, 12 of the most hardest stones, which ye shall take away with you, and leave them in the place where ye shall lodge this night. And Joshua called the 12 men which he had prepared of the children of Israel, out of every tribe of man. And Joshua said unto them, Get ye before the ark of the Lord your God, even through the midst of Jordan, and take up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean these stones with you? Ye may answer them, how that the waters of Jordan divided at the presence of the ark of the appointment of the Lord. For when it went over Jordan, the waters of Jordan divided, and these stones are become a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. And the children of Israel did even so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Jordan, as the Lord said unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them away with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. Joshua set up 12 stones also in the midst of Jordan, in the place where the feet of the priests which bear the ark of the testament stood. And there have they continued unto this day. For the priests which bear the ark stood in the midst of Jordan until all was finished that the Lord commanded Joshua to say unto the people, according to all that Moses charged Joshua. And the people hasted and went over. It fortuned also that when all the people were clean over, the ark of the Lord went over also, and the priests before the people. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh went before the children of Israel armed, as Moses charged them. Even 40,000 prepared for war went before the Lord unto battle, through the plain of Jericho. That day the Lord magnified Joshua in the sight of all Israel, and they feared him as they feared Moses all the days of his life. All the days of Moses' life. And the Lord spake unto Joshua, saying, Command the priests that bear the ark of witness to come up out of Jordan. Joshua therefore commanded the priests, saying, Come ye up out of Jordan. And when the priests that bear the ark of the appointment of the Lord were come up out of the midst of Jordan, and as soon as the soles of the priests' feet were set on the dry land, the waters of Jordan returned again unto their place, and went over all their banks, as they did before. And the people came up out of Jordan the 10th day of the first month, and pitched in Gilgal, even in the east border of the city Jericho. The 12 stones which they took out of Jordan did Joshua pitch in Gilgal. And he spake unto the children of Israel, saying, If your children ask their fathers in time to come, and say, What mean these stones? Ye shall show your children, and say, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land, for the Lord your God dried up the water of Jordan before you, until you were gone over, as the Lord your God did the Red Sea, which he dried up before us, till we were gone over. That all the people of the world may know the hand of the Lord, how mighty it is, and that ye might fear the Lord your God forever. 5. The Canaanites are afeared, or put in fear. And it fortuned that when all the kings of the Amorites, which are beyond Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard how the Lord had dried up the waters of Jordan before the children of Israel until they were gone over, their hearts fainted for fear, and there was no spirit in them any more for the presence of the children of Israel, or due to the presence. That same time the Lord said unto Joshua, Make thee sharp knives of stone, make unto thee sharp knives of stone, and go to again, and circumcise the children of Israel the second time. And Joshua made him sharp knives of stone, and circumcised the children of Israel in the top of the foreskins. And this is the cause why Joshua circumcised all the people that came out of Egypt, namely such as were males, because that all the men of war died in the wilderness by the way, after they came out of Egypt. For all the people that came out were circumcised, but all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way, after they came out of Egypt, were not circumcised. For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness, till all the people of the men of war that came out of Egypt were consumed, because they hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord. Wherefore the Lord sware that he would not show them the land, which the Lord sware unto their fathers, that he would give us, even a land that floweth with milk and honey. And their children whom he set up in their stead, them Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised, because they circumcised them not by the way. And when they had circumcised all the people, they abode still together in the host till they were whole. And the Lord said unto Joshua, This day I have taken away the shame of Egypt from you. Wherefore the name of the same place is called Gilgal unto this day. And the children of Israel abode in Gilgal, and held the feast of Passover the 14th day of the month at even, in the plain of Jericho. And they did eat of the corn of the land on the morrow after Passover, sweet cakes and parched corn in the selfsame day. For the manna ceased on the morrow, after they had begun to eat of the corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna any more, but did eat of the corn of the land of Canaan that year. And it fortuned that when Joshua was nigh to Jericho, he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man against him, across from him, having a sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou on our side, or on our adversaries'? And he said, Nay, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth, and did reverence, and said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, Do thy shoe off thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. 6. The walls of Jericho fall, and it is destroyed. And Jericho was shut up and locked because of the children of Israel, neither might any man go out or in. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Behold, I have given into thine hand Jericho and her king and the strong men of war, and you shall compass the city, all ye that be men of war, and go round about it once, and so shall ye do 6 days. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns, that be used in the Jubilee. And the 7th day you shall compass the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow with the trumpets. And when they make a longer blast with the trumpet's horn, with the ram's horn, and you hear the sound of the horn, all the people shall shout with a great shout. And then shall the walls of all of the city fall down, and the people shall stand up, every man straight before him. And Joshua the son of Nun called the priests, and said unto them, Take up the ark of the appointment, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord. And he said unto the people, Go and compass the city, and let him that is harnessed go before the ark of the Lord. And when Joshua had spoken unto the people, the 7 priests bare the 7 trumpets of ram's horns, and went forth before the ark of the Lord, and blew with the trumpets. And the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. And all the men of arms went before the priests that blew with the trumpets, and the common people came after the ark, and went and blew with trumpets. And Joshua commanded the people, saying, Ye shall not shout, neither make any noise with your voice, neither shall any word proceed out of your mouth until the day I bid you shout. Then shall ye shout. And so the ark of the Lord compassed the city, and went about it once. And they returned into the host, and lodged there. Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Lord, and 7 priests bare 7 trumpets of ram's horns, and went before the ark of the Lord, and blew with the trumpets. And all the men of arms went before them. But the common people came after the ark of the Lord, which went before with the blowing of the trumpets. And the 2nd day they compassed the city once, and returned again into the host, and so they did 6 days. And when the 7th day came, they rose early, even with the dawning of the day, and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only that day they compassed the city 7 times. See, only is a tricky word. If you're beginning a sentence with it, you could read it as except. Except that day they compassed the city 7 times. But here it means that day only they compassed the city 7 times. A little bit different reading based on context. And at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, Shout, for the Lord hath given you the city. And the city shall be condemned, both it and all that are therein, unto the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. And in any wise be ye aware of the excommunicate things, lest ye make yourselves excommunicate, and take of the excommunicate things, and make the host of Israel excommunicate, and trouble it. But all the silver, gold, vessels of brass, and iron shall be consecrate unto the Lord, and shall come into his treasury. And the people shouted and blew with trumpets. And when the people heard the sound of the trump, they shouted with a great shout, and the wall fell down, such that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both men and woman, young and old, ox, sheep, and ass, with the edge of the sword. Joshua said unto the 2 men that had spied out the country, Go into the harlot's house, and bring out thence the woman and all that she hath, as ye swear to her. And the young men that were spies went in and brought out Rahab and her father and mother and her brethren and all that she had. And they brought out all her kindred, and put them without, or outside the host of Israel. And they burnt the city with fire and all that was therein. Only the silver and the gold, the vessels of brass and iron, they put into the treasure of the house of the Lord. And Joshua saved Rahab the harlot, and her father's household, and all that she had, and she dwelt in Israel, even unto this day, because she had hid the messengers which Joshua sent to spy out Jericho. And Joshua sware at that time, saying, Cursed be the man before the Lord that riseth up and buildeth this city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation in his eldest son, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gates of it. And so the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all lands. 7. Hai is spied out. Achan is stoned. But yet the children of Israel trespassed in the excommunicate, or condemned things, and Achan the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zare, of the tribe of Judah, took of the excommunicate things, and the wrath of the Lord waxed hot against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Hai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Get you up and view the country. And the men went up and spied out Hai, and returned unto Joshua, and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let, as it were, 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Hai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. And so there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Hai, and the men of Hai smote of them upon 36 men. And I think upon means more than. Does it? I don't know. I don't remember. They use the phrases about a number and upon a number. I thought upon meant. I thought it meant more than. Maybe it means up to. For they chased them before the gate, even unto Sebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people for fear melted away like water. And Joshua rent his clothes, and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put earth upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, and to destroy us? Would to God we had been content, and dwelt on the other side Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? Surely the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall conspire against us, and destroy the name of us out of the world. And what wilt thou do unto thy mighty name? And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned, and they have transgressed mine appointment, which I commanded them, for they have taken of the excommunicate, or condemned things, and have stolen and dissembled. Pretended, and put them unto their own stuff. And therefore is it that the children of Israel cannot stand before their enemies, but shall turn their backs before their enemies, because they be excommunicate. Neither will I be with you any more, except you destroy the excommunicate from among you. Up therefore, and sanctify the people, and say, Sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, for so said the Lord God of Israel, There is a condemned thing among you, O Israel, and therefore you cannot stand against your enemies, until you have put the condemned thing from among you. Tomorrow morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes, and the tribe which the Lord taketh shall come according to the kindreds thereof, and the kindred which the Lord shall find guilty shall come by households, and the household which the Lord shall find faulty shall come man by man, and he that is found in the excommunication shall be burnt with fire, he and all that he hath. The condemnation. He and all that he hath, because he hath transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and wrought folly in Israel. And so Joshua rose up early in the morning, and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was caught. And he brought the kindreds of Judah, and took the kindred of the Zarhites, and he brought the kindred of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabdi was caught. And he brought his household man by man, and Achan the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zariah, in the tribe of Judah was caught. And Joshua said unto Achan, My son, give glory to the Lord God of Israel, and give him praise, and show me what thou hast done. Hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua, and said, Of a truth I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. I saw among the spoil a goodly Babylonish garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a tong of gold of 50 shekels weight. And I coveted them, and took them. And behold, they lie hid in the earth in my tent, and the silver is thereunder. And so Joshua sent messengers, which when they ran unto his tent, behold, they were hid in his tent, and the silver thereunder. Therefore they took them out of the midst of his tent, and brought them unto Joshua, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. Joshua took Achan the son of Zariah, and the silver, and the garment, and the tongue of gold, and his sons and his daughters, his oxen and his asses, his sheep and his tent, and all that he had, and all Israel with him, brought them unto the valley of Achor, or Achor. And Joshua said, Inasmuch as thou hast troubled us, the Lord shall trouble thee this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and burnt them with fire, and overwhelmed them with stones, or buried them. And they cast upon him a great heap of stones unto this day. And so the Lord turned from the wrath of his indignation, and the name of the place is called the Valley of Achor unto this day. 8. The siege and winning of Hai. The king thereof is hanged. Joshua setteth up an altar, he blesseth the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Fear not, neither be thou faint-hearted. Take all the men of war with thee, and up, and get thee to Hai. Behold, I have given into thy hand the king of Hai and his people, his city and his land, and thou shalt do to Hai and her king as thou didst unto Jericho and her king. Nevertheless the spoil and cattle thereof shall ye take unto yourselves, and lay a watch unto the town on the backside thereof. And so Joshua arose, and all the men of war, to go up against Hai, and Joshua chose out 30,000 men of war, and sent them away by night. And he commanded them, saying, And behold, ye shall lie await unto the town on the backside thereof. Go not very far from the city, but be all ready. And I and all the people that are with me will approach unto the city. And when they come out against us, as they did at the first time, then will we flee before them. For they will come out after us, and we will bring them out of the city. For they will say, They flee before us, as at the first time, and we will flee before them. In the meantime shall ye rise up from lying await, and destroy the city. For the Lord your God will deliver it into your hand. And when ye have taken the city, ye shall set it on fire. According to the commandment of the Lord shall ye do. Behold, I have charged you. Joshua therefore sent them forth, and they went to lie await, and abode between Bethel and Hai, on the west side of the city of Hai. But Joshua lodged that night among the people. And Joshua rose up early in the morning and numbered the people, and went up, he and the elders of Israel, before the people against Hai. And all the men of war that were with him went up and drew nigh, and came against the city, and pitched on the north side of Hai. And there was a valley between them and Hai. And he took upon 5,000 men, and put them to lie await between Bethel and Hai on the west side of the city. And they put the people, even all the host that were on the north side, against the city, and the liers await on the west. And Joshua walked the same night in the midst of the valley. And it fortuned that when the king of Hai saw it, they hasted and rose up early, and the men of the city went out against Israel to battle, he and all his people, at a time appointed, even before the plain, and wist not that there were liers await on the backside of the city. And Joshua and all Israel feigned themselves to be put to the worst before them, and fled toward the wilderness, and all the people of the town were called together to follow after them. And they followed after Joshua, and were drawn away from the city. And there was not a man left in Hai and in Bethel that went not out after Israel. And they left the city open, and followed after Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Stretch out the spear that is in thine hand toward Hai, for I will give it into thy hand. And Joshua stretched out the spear that he had in his hand toward the city. Let me see. Oh. Okay. And they entered into the city, and took it, and hasted, and set the city on fire. And when the men of Hai looked back after them, they saw the smoke of the city ascend up to heaven, and they had no leisure to flee either this way or that. And the people that fled in the wilderness turned back again upon the followers. And when Joshua and all Israel saw that the liers await had taken the city, and that the smoke of it ascended, they turned again and laid on the men of Hai. And the other issued out of the city against them. And so were they in the midst of Israel, for these were on the one side of them, and the rest on the other side. And they laid upon them, such that they let none of them escape. And the king of Hai took alive, and brought him to Joshua. And when Israel had made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Hai in the field of the wilderness, where they chased them, and when they were all fallen on the edge of the sword, until they were wasted, all the Israelites returned unto Hai, and smote it in the edge of the sword. And all that fell that day, both of men and women, were 12,000, even all the men of Hai. I would like to know. Oh. Oh, that's okay. Okay. For Joshua plucked not his hand back again, which he stretched out upon the spear, until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Hai. Only the cattle and the spoil of the city Israel took unto themselves, according unto the word of the Lord, which he commanded Joshua. Joshua set Hai on fire, and made it an heap forever, and a wilderness, even unto this day. And the king of Hai he hanged on tree until even. And as soon as the sun was down, Joshua commanded that they should take the carcass down off the tree, and cast it at the entering of the gate of the city, and lay thereon a great heap of stones, that remaineth unto this day. And Joshua built an altar unto the Lord God of Israel in Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord commanded the children of Israel, and as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of whole stones, over which no man hath lifted any tool of iron. And they sacrificed thereon burnt sacrifices unto the Lord, and offered peace offerings. And he wrote there upon the stones a rehearsal of the law of Moses, and wrote it in the presence of the children of Israel. And all Israel and the elders thereof, and their officers and judges, stood, part on this side of the ark, and part on that side, before the priests that were Levites, which bare the ark of the appointment of the Lord. as well the stranger as they that were born among them, half of them on the forefront of the Mount Gerizim, and half of them on the forefront of Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded before, that they should bless the people Israel. Afterward he read all the words of the law, the blessings and cursings, according to all that is written in the book of the law, and there was not one word of all that Moses commanded, which Joshua read not, before all the congregation of Israel, the women and children, and the strangers that were come, standing among them. Let's see. Can I do it this way? Okay. Hold on, I gotta find this. Okay. Okay, apana means about. What's going on? But that doesn't make sense for that 36. Does it really say about 36? It does. Okay. About 36 men. All right, I needed to know that. Oh. Alrighty. Chapter 9. The Gibeonites obtained peace of Joshua. And it fortuned that when all the kings that dwell on this side Jordan, in the hills and valleys, and along by all the coasts of the great sea, over against Lebanon, namely the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, heard thereof, they gathered themselves together to fight against Joshua and against Israel with one accord. And the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and to Hai, and they played wilily, and went and made themselves ambassadors, and took them victuals, and old sacks upon their asses, and wine bottles old, and rent, and worn, and old clouted shoes upon their feet, and their raiment was old, and all their provision of bread was dried up, and hoard, or fuzzed or moldy. And they came unto Joshua into the host to Gilgal, and said unto him, and unto all the men of Israel, We be come from a far country, and now make ye agreement with us. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivite, Peradventure thou dwellest among us, and then how can I make peace with thee? And they said unto Joshua, We are thy servants. And Joshua said unto them again, What are ye, and whence come ye? They answered him, From a very far country thy servants are come, for the name of the Lord thy God. For we have heard this fame of the power of him, and all that he did in Egypt, and all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, Sihon king of Heshbon, and Og king of Bashan, which was at Ashtaroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, Take victuals with you to serve by the way, and go meet them, and say unto them, We are your servants. And now make ye a covenant. A covenant of peace with us. This our food of bread we took with us out of our houses hot the day we departed to come unto you. And now behold, it is dried up, and hoard, were moldy. And these bottles of wine which we filled were new, and see they be rent. And these our garments and shoes are worn for oldness, by the reason of the exceeding long journey. And the men took of their victuals, and counseled not with the mouth of the Lord. And Joshua made peace with them, and made a covenant with them, that they should be suffered to live. And the lords of the congregation swear unto them. And they shared their old moldy food, but I think it was in order to determine if it really was old. And it fortuned that 3 days after they had made peace with them, they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. And the children of Israel took their journey, and came unto their cities the third day, and their cities were Gibeon, and Kephirah, Beeroth, and Kiriath-jearim. And the children of Israel slew them not, because the lords of the congregation had sworn unto them by the Lord God of Israel. And all the multitude murmured against the lords, or princes. And all the lords said unto all the congregation, We have sworn unto them by the Lord God of Israel, and therefore we may not hurt them. But this we will do to them. We will let them live, lest wrath be upon us, because of the oath which we swear unto them. And the lords said unto them again, Let them live, and hew wood, and draw water unto all the congregation, as the lords or princes said unto them. And Joshua sent for them, and talked with them, and said, Wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, We dwell far from you, when ye dwell among us? And now are ye cursed. And there shall not cease to be of you bondmen and hewers of wood, and drawers of water for the house of my God. And they answered Joshua, and said, It was told thy servants how that the Lord thy God had commanded his servant Moses to give you all the land, and to destroy all the inhabitants thereof out of your sight. And therefore we were exceeding sore afraid, and did provide for our lives at the presence of you. And behold, we are in thine hand. As it seemeth good and right in thine eyes to do unto us, so do. And even so did he unto them, and rid them, or delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, and they slew them not. And Joshua made them that same day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation and for the altar of God unto this day, in the place which God should choose. 10. The Amorites are overcome of Joshua. It raineth stones. The sun standeth still. The 5 kings are hanged. And it fortuned that when Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Hai and had destroyed it, and how that he had done to Jericho and her king, even so, how that as he had done to Jericho and her king, even so he had done to Hai and her king, and how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with Israel, and were among them, they feared exceedingly, for Gibeon was a great city, as any city of the kingdom, and was greater than Hai, and all the men thereof were very mighty. Wherefore Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, sent unto Hoham, king of Hebron, and unto Pireah, king of Jerimoth, and unto Japhia, king of Lachish, and unto Dabir, king of Eglon, saying, Come up unto me, and help me, that we may smite Gibeon, for they have made peace with Joshua, and with the children of Israel. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jerimoth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, gathered themselves together they with all their hosts, and besieged Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua and to the host of Gilgal, saying, Withdraw not thy hand from thy servants, come up to us to save us, and to help us. For all the kings of the Amorites which dwell in the mountains are gathered together against us. And so Joshua ascended from Gilgal, he and all the people of war with him, and all the men of might. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Fear not, for I have delivered them into thine hand, neither shall any of them stand against thee. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord troubled them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Bethhoron, and smote them to Azekah and Makkedah. And it fortuned that as they fled from Israel, and were in the going down to Bethhoron, the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them until Azekah. And there were more dead with hailstones than they were whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Then spake Joshua before the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in Aijalon. And the sun abode, and the moon stood still, until the people avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of the righteous, or the book of Jasher? The sun, I say, abode in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down by the space of a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord heard the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, unto the host to Gilgal, but the 5 kings fled, and were hid in a cave at Makkedah. And it was told Joshua of one, saying, The 5 kings are found hid in a cave which is at Makkedah. And Joshua said, Roll great stones upon the mouth of the cave, and set men by it for to keep them. And stand ye not still, but follow after your enemies, and smite all the hindmost, and suffer them not to enter into their cities, for the Lord your God hath delivered them into your hand. And it fortuned when Joshua and the children of Israel had made an end of slaying them with a great slaughter till they were wasted, the rest that remained of them entered into walled cities. And all the people returned to the host, to Joshua at Makkedah in peace, neither did any man move his tongue against the children of Israel. Then said Joshua, Open the mouth of the cave, and bring out these 5 kings unto me out of the cave. And they did so, and brought those 5 kings unto him out of the cave, even the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jerimoth, the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon. And it fortuned that when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the chief of the men of war, the chief ones, the chief men of the men of war, which went with him, Come near, and put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near, and put their feet upon the necks of them. And Joshua said unto them, Ye shall not fear, neither be faint-hearted, but be strong, and pluck up your hearts, for thus shall the Lord do to all your enemies against whom ye fight. And then Joshua smote them, and slew them, and hanged them on 5 trees till even. And at the going down of the sun it fortuned that Joshua gave commandment, and they took them down off the trees, and cast them into the cave wherein they had been hid, and laid great stones on the cave's mouth, which remain unto this day. And that same day Joshua took Makkedah, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and the king thereof also destroyed he utterly, with all the souls that were therein, and let not remain. And he did to the king of Makkedah as he did to the king of Jericho. Then Joshua went from Makkedah, and all Israel with him, unto Libnah, and fought against Libnah. And the Lord delivered it, and the king thereof, into the hand of Israel, and he smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein he let not remain in it, but did unto the king thereof as he did unto the king of Jericho. Joshua departed from Libnah, and all Israel with him, unto Lachish, and besieged it, and assaulted it. And the Lord delivered Lachish into the hand of Israel, which took it the 2nd day, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein, according to all as he had done to the city of Libnah. Then Horam, king of Gezer, came up to help Lachish, and Joshua smote him and his people until naught remained of him. And from Lachish Joshua departed unto Eglon, and all Israel with him, and they besieged it, and assaulted it, and took it the same day, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein he utterly destroyed the same day, according to all that he had done to Lachish. Joshua departed up from Eglon, and all Israel with him, unto Hebron. And they fought against it, and when they had taken it, they smote it with the edge of the sword, and the king thereof, and all the towns that pertained to it, and all the souls that were therein, and he left not remaining, but did according to all as he had done to Eglon, and destroyed it utterly, and all the souls that were therein. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, to Debir, and fought against it. And when he had taken it, and the king thereof, and all the towns that pertained thereto, they smote them with the edge of the sword, and utterly destroyed all the souls that were therein, neither let he aught remain. But as he did to Hebron, so he did to Debir and the king thereof, as he had done also to Libnah and her king. Joshua therefore smote all the hill countries, and the south countries, and the valleys, and the hillsides, and all their kings, and let not remain of them, but utterly destroyed all that breathed, as the Lord God of Israel commanded. And Joshua smote them from Kadesh Barnea unto Adzah, and all the country of Goshen, even unto Gibeon. All those kings in their land did Joshua take at one time, because the Lord God of Israel fought for Israel. And Joshua and all Israel returned unto the host that was in Gilgal. 11. The battle of Joshua with diverse kings. Hey, Ice Creek, how are you doing? Not a speed run, by the way, but I've gotten a little bit quicker at reading this than I was a year ago. 11. And it fortuned that when Jabin, king of Hazor, had heard these things, he sent to Jobab, king of Madon, and to the king of Shimron, and to the king of Aksaph, and unto the kings that are nearby, north in the mountains, north in the mountains and plains, toward the south side of Kinneroth, and in the low countries, and in the borders of Dor westward, and unto the Canaanites both by east and west. Okay, by east, by north, by south. Okay, unto the kings that are by north. Learned a new phrase. and unto the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, and Jebusites in the mountains, and unto the Hivites that were under Hermon in the land of Mizpah. And they came out, and all their hosts with them, a multitude of folk, even as the sand that is on the seashore in a great number, with horses and chariots exceeding many. And all these kings met together, and came and pitched together at the waters of Merom, for to fight against Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Be not afraid at the presence of them, for tomorrow about this time will I deliver them all slain before Israel. Thou shalt hawk their horses, and burn their chariots with fire. And so Joshua came, and all the men of war with him, against them by the waters of Merom, and suddenly fell upon them. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of Israel, and they smote them, and chased them unto great Zidon, and unto the hot waters, or hot springs, I think, and unto the valley of Mizpah, which is eastward, and smote them until they had none remaining of them. No skips. And Joshua did unto them as the Lord bade him. He hawked their horses, and burnt their chariots with fire. And Joshua at that time turned back, and took Hazor, and smote the king thereof with the sword. And Hazor before time was the head of all those kingdoms. And they smote all the souls that were therein with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying all, and nothing that breathed was let remain. And he burnt Hazor with fire. And all the cities of those kings, and all the kings of them, did Joshua take, and smote them with the edge of the sword, and utterly destroyed them, as Moses the servant of the Lord commanded. But Israel burnt none of the cities that stood still in their strength, save Hazor only, that Joshua burnt. Or save Hazor only, that Joshua burnt. And all the spoil of the said cities and the cattle the children of Israel caught unto themselves, but the men only they smote with the edge of the sword, until they had destroyed them, neither left they aught that had breath. As the Lord commanded Moses his servant, so did Moses command Joshua, and even so did Joshua, such that he minished no word of all that the Lord commanded Moses. And so Joshua took all the land, the hills, and all the south country, and all the land of Goshen, and the low country, and the plain, and the mountain of Israel, in the low country of the same, even from the mount of parting that goeth up to Seir, unto the plain of Gad, in the valley of Lebanon, under Mount Hermon. And all the kings of the same he took, and smote them, and slew them. Joshua made war long time with those kings, neither was there any city that made peace with the children of Israel, save those Hittites that inhabited Gibeon. And therefore all other they took with battle. For it came of the Lord, which did harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, and that they should destroy them utterly, and show them no mercy, but to bring them to naught, as the Lord commanded Moses. In that same season came Joshua, and destroyed the Anakites, out of the mountains, namely, out of Hebron, Debir, Anab, and out of all the mountains of Judah, and out of all the mountains of Israel. And Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. There was not one Anakite left in the land of the children of Israel. Only in Azza, Gath, and Ashdod there remained of them. And Joshua took the whole land, according to all that the Lord said unto Moses. And Joshua gave it for a possession unto Israel, according to their parts and tribes. And the land rested from a war. 12. What kings Joshua and the children of Israel killed, which were in number 31 in total. These are the kings of the land which the children of Israel smote, and conquered their land on the other side Jordan eastward, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plain eastward. Sihon king of the Amorites, that dwelt in Heshbon, and ruled from Aror, which is beside the river of Arnon, and from the middle of the river, and from half Gilead unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and from the plain unto the sea of Kinneroth eastward, and unto the sea in the plain, even the salt sea eastward, the way to Beth Jeshimoth, and from the south under the springs of the hill. And the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants, and dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei, and reigned in Mount Hermon, and in Salecah, and in all Bashan, unto the border of the Geshurites and the Maacathites, and half Gilead, unto the borders of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the children of Israel smote them, and Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave their land for a possession unto the Reubenites, Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh. These are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan westward, from the plain of Gad, which is in the valley of Lebanon, even unto the parting mount that goeth up to Seir, which land Joshua gave unto the tribes of Israel to possess, to every man his part, in the upper land and nether land, in plains and hillsides, in the wilderness and south country, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The king of Jericho was one, the king of Hai, which is beside Bethel, one, the king of Jerusalem, one, the king of Hebron, one, the king of Jerimoth, one, the king of Lachish, one, the king of Eglon, one, the king of Gazer, one, the king of Debir, one, the king of Gader, one, the king of Hormah, one, the king of Ared, or Arad, one, the king of Libnah, one, the king of Adulam, one, the king of Makkedah, one, the king of Bethel, one, the king of Tapua, one, the king of Hefer, one, the king of Aphek, one, the king of Lasaran, one, the king of Madan, one, the king of Hadzor, one, the king of Shimron Meron, one, the king of Aksaph, one, the king of Tanakh, one, the king of Megiddo, one, the king of Kadesh, one, the king of Jokneam, I think, Jokneam of Carmel, one, the king of the country of Dor, one, the king of the nations of Gilgal, one, the king of Tirzah, one, all the kings together, 30. 13. Joshua is commanded to divide the land to the children of Israel. Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet exceeding much land to be possessed. This is the land that remaineth, all the regions of the Philistines, and all Geshuri, from Nilus, which is in Egypt, unto the borders of Akron northward, which land is counted unto Canaani, even 5 lordships of the Philistines, the Azathites, or Gazites, Ashdodites, Ashkelonites, Getites, Akronites, and the Hivites. I think this is Hivites. And from the south all the country of the Canaanites, and the cave that is beside the Sidonians, even unto Aphek, and the border of the Amorites, and the land of the Giblites, and all Lebanon toward the sun rising. From the plain of Gad unto Mount Hermon, until a man come to Hamath, all the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon unto the hot waters, and all, or hot springs, and all the Sidonians will I cast out from before the children of Israel. Only see that thou in any wise divide it by lot unto the Israelites to inherit, as I have commanded thee. Now therefore divide this land to inherit unto the 9 tribes and the half tribe of Manasseh, for with the other half the Reubenites and the Gadites have received. For with the other half of Manasseh, the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond Jordan eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them, from Aroer that lieth on the brim of the river Arnon, and from their city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of Medeba unto Dibon, and all the cities of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, even unto the border of the children of Ammon and Gilead, and the border of Geshuri and Makati, all the Mount Hermon, with all Bashan unto Salekah, even all the kingdom of Og and Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei, which same remained yet of the rest of the giants. These did Moses smite and cast them out. Nevertheless the children of Israel expelled not the Geshurites and the Maccathites, but the Geshurites and the Maccathites dwelt among the children, or the Israelites, even unto this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave none inheritance, but the offering of the Lord God of Israel is their inheritance, as he said unto them. Moses gave unto the tribe of the children of Reuben according to their kindreds, and their coast was from Aroer that lieth on the bank of the river Arnon, and from the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain which is by Medeba, Heshbon, with all their towns that lie in the plain, Dibon and Baal, and the house Baal-Meon, and Jahaza, and Kedemoth, and Mephah, Kiriathaim, Sibmah, and Zarath Zohar in the mount of the valley, the house of Peor, and the springs of the hills, and Beth Peor, and the springs of Pisgah, and Beth Jeshimoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdom of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, whom Moses smote with the lords of Midian, Evi, Rechem, Zur, and Hur, and Reba, Avi, the which were dukes of Sihon, dwelling in the country. And Balaam also, the son of Beor, the soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with the sword among other of them that were slain. And the border of the children of Reuben was Jordan, with the country that lieth thereon. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben. after their kindreds, and cities and villages pertaining thereto. And Moses gave unto the tribe of Gad, even unto the children of Gad, he gave by their kindreds, and their coasts were Jazer, and all the cities of Gilead, and half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Aror that lieth before Rabbah, and from Heshbon unto Ramoth Mizpah, and Betunim, and from Mahanaim unto the borders of Dabir. And in the valley they had Beth Aram, Beth Nimrah, Sokoth, and Zaphon, the rest of the kingdom of Sihon, king of Heshbon, unto Jordan, and the coasts that lie thereon, even unto the edge of the sea of Kinneroth, and on the other side Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of the children of Gad after their kindreds, their cities and villages. And Moses gave unto the half-tribe of Manasseh, and this was the possession of the half-tribe of Manasseh by their kindreds. Their coast was from Mahanaim, even all Bashan, and all the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jair, which lie in Bashan, even 60 cities, and half Gilead, Ashtaroth, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan, which pertain unto the children of Machir the son of Manasseh, even the half portion of the children of Machir by their kindreds. These are the things which Moses did distribute in the fields of Moab on the other side Jordan, over against Jericho eastward. But unto the tribe of Levi Moses gave none inheritance, for the Lord God of Israel, he is their inheritance, as he said unto them. 14. Caleb requireth the heritage that was promised him, and Hebron was given him. And these are the countries which the children inherited in the land of Canaan, the children of Israel, unto which Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the ancient heads of the tribes of the children of Israel gave them inheritance by lot. Okay. As the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses, to give unto the 9 tribes and unto the half-tribe of Manasseh. For Moses had given inheritance unto 2 tribes and an half on the other side Jordan. But unto the Levites he gave none inheritance among them, for the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, making 12, besides the Levites. And therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in, with the suburbs of the same, for their beasts and cattle. As the Lord commanded Moses, even so the children of Israel did when they divided the land. And the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said unto him, Thou wottest what the Lord said unto Moses the man of God about my matter and thine in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses the servant of the Lord sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought him word again, even as it was in mine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me discouraged the heart of the people, and I followed the Lord God. And Moses sware the same day, saying, The land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children's forever, because thou hast followed the Lord God. And behold, the Lord hath kept me alive, as he said, this 45 years, even since the Lord spake this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old, and yet am as strong at this time as I was when Moses sent me. Look, how strong I was then, so strong am I now, whether I go to war or come again. Now, therefore, give me this mountain whereof the Lord spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims are there, in the cities great and walled. Peradventure the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron to inherit. And Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite unto this day, because he followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron was called in old time Kiriath Arba, for the same was a great man among the Anakims, and the land ceased from a war. 15. And the lot of the children of Judah, and the names of the cities and villages of the same, and of the names of the cities and villages. This was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their kindreds, namely toward the border of Edom in the wilderness of Zin southward, even from the utmost part of the south coast. And their south coast was from the brink of the salt sea, from the rock that leaneth southward, and it went out to the south side toward the going up to Akrabim, and went along to Zinah, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and went along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched a compass to Karka, and from thence went it along to Asmon, and reached unto the river of Egypt, and the end of that coast was on the west side, and this is their south coast. Their east coast is the salt sea, even unto the edge of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the rock of the sea, and from the edge of Jordan. And the same border went up to Beth Hoglah, and went along by the north side to Beth Arabah, and from thence to the stone of Bochen, the son of Reuben. And again the same border went up to Dabir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, turning toward Gilgal, that lieth before the going up to Adonim, which is of the south side of the river. And the same border went up to the waters of the fountain of the sun, and ended at the well of Rogel, and then went up to the valley of the son of Hinnom, the actual person, son of Hinnom, even unto the south side of Jebusi. The same is Jerusalem. And then went up to the top of the hill that lieth before the valley of Hinnom westward, and by the edge of the valley of the giants northward. And then it compasseth from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and goeth out at the cities of Mount Ephron, and draweth to Bela, which is Kiriath Jearim, that is, a city of woods. And then it compasseth from Bela westward unto Mount Seir, and then goeth along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Kesalon, on the north side, and cometh down to Beth Shemesh, and goeth to Timnah, and goeth out again unto the side of Ekron northward, and then draweth to Sekron, maybe Sekaron, and goeth along to Mount Bela, and goeth out at Jabneel, and the ends of the coasts leave at the west sea. And the west border was the great sea, and the same coast was the coast of the children of Judah round about in their kindreds. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh did Joshua give a part among the children of Judah, according to the mouth of the Lord, even Kiriath Arba, of the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the 3 sons of Anak, Sesai, Aman, and Talmai, which were the sons of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Dabir, and the name of Dabir in the old time was Kiriath Sepher, that is, a city of letters. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kiriath Sepher, and taketh it, to him will I give Achsah my daughter to wife. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Achsah his daughter to wife. And as she went in unto him, she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she alighted off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What aileth thee? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south and dry land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her springs of water, both above and beneath. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah by their kindreds. No, it's not. It's not a speed run because I'm just not. This is my first full read through of it, basically. I've read through half of this edition. And also, I'm restarting the timer every session. And the utmost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coasts of Edom southward were Kabzeel, Adar, Jagur, Kina, Dimonah, and Adada, Kedesh, Hazor, and Jetnan, Ziph, Telem, and Baloth, Hazor, Hadatha, Kiriath, Hezron, which is Hazor, Amon, Sami, and Maloda, Hazar-Gada, Hazmon, and Bethphelet, Hazar-Shual, this is Beersheba, and Baziothia, probably not this one, to be honest. Bela, Eim, and Adzan, Eltolad, Kesil, and Hormah, Ziklag, Madmena, and Sansana, Labaoth, Silhim, Ain, and Rimon. All these cities are 20 and 9 with their villages. And in the low country they had Eshtal, Zareh, and Asna, Zanoah, and Ganim, Tapua, and Enam, Jerimoth, Adulam, Shoko, and Azekah, Sharem, Aditham, Gadera, and Gederothaim, 14 cities with their villages: Zenan, Hadassah, and Magdalgad, Delaim, Mitzpah, and Joktiel, Lachish, Bozkath, and Eglon, Kabon, Lahamam, and Ketalish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Mamma, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages. Another thing is, I've gone through all these names and compared them with the King James, and I'm kind of trying to interpret them according to how the King James has them, because there's some pretty interesting spellings in here. Libnah, Ether, and Adzan, Jephthah, Asna, Nezib, Keilah, Kazib, and Mareshah, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with their towns and villages, for Ekron and from the west all that lieth about, Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and villages, Adzah with their towns and villages, even unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea was their coast. And in the mountains they had Shamir, Jatir, and Shoko, Dana and Kiriath Senoth, which is Dabir, Anab, Eshtemoa, and Anim, Gozan, Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, Duma, and Ashan, Janim, Beth Tapua, and Afka, Hamuta, and Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages. Maon, Carmel, Ziph, and Juttah, Jezreel, Jukodan, and Sanoah, Cain, Gaba, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. This could be maybe Temnath. Halhol, Bethzur, and Gedor, Marath, Bethanoth, and Eltekon, and 6 cities with their villages. Kiriath Bel, which is Kiriath Jarim, the city of woods, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness they had Beth Arabah, Medin, and Sakeka, Nibsam, the city of salt, and Engadi, 6 cities with their villages. Nevertheless, the Jebusites that were the inhabitants of Jerusalem could not the children of Judah cast out, but the Jebusites dwelt with the children of Judah unto this day. Well, this was about 60 years before King James's time, and there were already several other revisions by the time he came in. He revised the Bishop's Bible of 1602. The Great Bible, you can call this the King Henry Bible. In the Bishop's Bible, you can actually call that the Queen Elizabeth Bible. She commissioned, commissioned that one. Well, she didn't really commission it. That's not quite the word. But yeah, all these names, see, they have S in here, where in the King James it would be SH. SH is actually very rare in this book, now that I think about it. In occurring in names, that is. Z and S are kind of switched around. Sometimes they have this little particle ha, like in haraba. This ha is like equivalent to the. Sometimes the King James will just omit the ha, or actually turn it into the. Yeah, it does have the Apocrypha in it. It's not really labeled as Apocrypha. Well, it's called the Hagiographa. Yeah, it has all the Apocrypha in it. But I think the issue is that in this version, the Apocrypha is translated mainly out of the Latin. All the rest is translated from Hebrew and Greek. But they hadn't quite translated the Apocrypha out of the original languages yet. So, King James, it's fully from the Hebrew and Greek. Well, I mean, I guess all the Apocrypha is Greek anyway. So I should just say Greek. Oh, Judges, that's not right. It's still Joshua. Let me see. 16. The lot or part of Ephraim. So I'll probably read through the Old and New Testament and then come back and read the Apocrypha. I like doing it in that order. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho eastward, and to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goeth out from Bethel to Luz, and runneth along unto the borders of, here we go. Okay, Archim Ataroth. I had to look up this in the King James. How do you pronounce that? Well, it's two separate names, Archim Ataroth. And goeth down again westward, even to the coast of Japhleti, and unto the coast of Bethoron the nether, and to Gadzor, and the ends of their coasts leave at the west sea. And so the children of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim, took their inheritance. So I heard that theory a long time ago, that not the manuscripts, but the current day, not the current day, but the Masoretic text, I have heard rumors that they altered the Hebrew to kind of try to downplay or remove references to Jesus from the Old Testament, to kind of try to eliminate some of the connection. I don't know if that's true. I think maybe there could be some manuscripts like that, but I don't think they're going to be the majority. I've heard that, and I've kind of changed my mind about whether that's true or not. I don't think what we got from the Masoretic text is. I don't think it's corrupt. But there's probably some that are. I mean, there has to be some that are, but not the majority ones that we draw from. The border of the children of Ephraim was by their kindreds. The border on the east side was Ataroth, Ador, even unto Bethhoron the upper, and went out westward to Machmatha on the north side, and returned eastward unto Tanoth Shiloh, and passed it on the east side unto Janoah, and went down from Janoah to Ataroth and Narath, and came to Jericho, and went out at Jordan. And their border went from Tappuah westward unto the river Kana, and the ends were the west sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their kindreds. And the separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, even the cities with their villages. And they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gadzor, but the Canaanites dwelt among the Ephraimites unto this day, and served under tribute. 17. The lot or portion of the half-tribe of Manasseh. The Canaanites become tributaries to the Israelites. Manasseh and Ephraim require a greater portion of heritage. You always got to trust the majority text, the majority of the manuscripts, because it's going to be really, really difficult to get everyone on board with changing the scripture. So it's going to be, people by and large are going to care about keeping the text preserved. And so I do believe that it's preserved. 17. The lot or portion of the half-tribe of Manasseh, the Canaanites become tributaries. Okay. Greater portion. This was the lot of the tribe of Manasseh, which was the eldest son of Joseph. And Machir, the eldest son of Manasseh, which was the father of Gilead, and a man of war, had Gilead and Bashan. This was the possession of the rest of the children of Manasseh by their kindreds, namely, of the children of Abiezer, the children of Helek, the children of Ariel, the children of Shechem, the children of Hefer, the children of Shemida, for these were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their kindreds. But Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but daughters, whose names are these: Mala, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah, which came before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the Lord, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brethren, and therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord. So yes, that. Oh, I'd love to address that actually. So we have apparently old manuscripts, but point one is the oldest existing, like physically existing manuscripts are not necessarily the oldest text renderings. You know, the the original manuscripts, they would be, I do believe that they are worn out even from using, reading, copying, and so just look at what the majority is, because you know once a manuscript gets so worn out that you can't even read from it hardly, then you get in trouble. It's potentially a danger. You don't want to copy from something or read from something that you can't. It's not legible, right? So you'd probably want to retire that thing. I mean, conceivably there would be some that are preserved, but I don't know. We don't know about them. So I don't believe that those are necessarily the oldest manuscripts. And further, there is a theory that when it comes to alterations of manuscripts, it's far more likely that something will be left out than something added in, you know, by consensus. You know, because people who are already familiar with the text are the ones reviewing new copies of it. And so would the, majority consensus agree with adding a whole section, or is it possible that these manuscripts that are lacking a large part were copied from a damaged copy? Damaged meaning, the beginning or end were torn off or lost some way or other. And I mean, fact is, even that old manuscript that you mentioned, that could be one. That could be one that's just been, itself damaged and torn, such that we don't necessarily know it's the end. But I haven't looked into that myself. I'll admit. But I think there's plenty of evidence that those parts, that those stories in the end of Mark were original. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't think it would. Yeah. I mean, intentional deception could be possible, but I think it's just as likely it could be accident. No way of knowing, perhaps. I lost my spot. Maybe I left here. Land of Gilead. The coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Machmatha that lieth before Shechem, and went along on the right hand, even unto the inhabitants of En Tappuah. And the land of Tappuah belonged to Manasseh, which Tappuah is beside the border of Manasseh, and beside the border of the children of Ephraim. And the coast descended unto the river Cana, southward, even to the river of the cities of Ephraim, and between the cities of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh went also on the north side to the river, and the ends of it go out at the sea, such that the south pertained to Ephraim. By the way, every time I see "so that," I'm intentionally reading it as such that. I even do that for the King James Bible, because I believe that that's how it is used here. If they wanted to indicate so that, they would say, therefore or something. But the words such that, those literal words, don't appear until like the late 1600s or something. They used the phrase so that. But I'll read it as such that because I think it's a little clearer what they intend. Such that the south pertained to Ephraim, and the north to Manasseh, and the sea is his border. And they met together in Asher northward, and in Issachar eastward. And Manasseh had in Issachar and in Asher Bethshan and her towns, Eblain and her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor with the towns pertaining to the same, and the inhabitants of Endor with the towns of the same, and the inhabitants of Tanath with their towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo with the towns of the same, even 3 countries. Yet the children of Manasseh could not overcome those cities, but the Canaanites presumed to dwell in the land. Nevertheless, as soon as the children of Israel waxed strong, they put the Canaanites under tribute, but expelled them not. The children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot and one portion to inherit, seeing I am a great people, and forasmuch as the Lord hath blessed me hitherto? And Joshua answered them, If thou be much people, then get thee up to the wood country, and prepare for thyself there in the land of the Perizzites. And of the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the low country have chariots of iron. And so have they that inhabit Bethshan, and the towns of the same, and they also that dwell in the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua said unto the house of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh, Ye be much people, and have great power, and shall not therefore have one lot. Therefore the hill shall be yours, and ye shall cut down the wood that is in it, and the ends of it shall be yours, if ye cast out the Canaanites which have iron chariots and are very strong. The Aramaic half of Daniel, if it's I think there's inspired Aramaic parts, certainly. I know there's an extra part to Daniel in the Apocrypha. I don't suppose that's inspired, but if it's in the scripture, yeah, it's all consistent with all the rest of scripture. Problem with some of the Apocrypha is that it's not consistent with the rest. There's stories that kind of embellish and they're kind of they use hyperbole, which is kind of out of character with the rest of the Bible. Okay, that's an interesting point. I'm not sure what to think about that. The first thing that comes to mind is, if they were written after the events occurred, here's my answer. Okay, here's my answer. I think that prophecy in here is not necessarily fulfilled only once. They can even purposely use historical events and frame it as prophecy for future events. So, like, they'll say, they'll even say, like, the king of Egypt Pharaoh shall come up and do this. It won't, but in the future it won't be the literal Pharaoh, but still this figure is a type or a foreshadow of that future character. So, after the prophetic events already occurred, we don't necessarily know if the prophetic event has already occurred. I don't know if that's satisfactory or not, but that's how I read prophecy in here. It's in here for a reason. Some of it is to say, okay, yeah, that prophecy came to pass, but not all prophecy has I'll put it this way. There's lots more prophecies that came to pass than were ever written in here. But they're included in here for a reason. That's what I believe. Because there's some part or substance of it that is still yet to come. Okay, 18. This is not Judges, it's Joshua. 18. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel came together at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle of witness there, and the land was in subjection before them. And there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which had not yet received their inheritance. Joshua said unto the children of Israel, How long are ye so slack to come and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers hath given you? Give out from among you for every tribe 3 men, that I may send them, and that they may rise and walk through the land and distribute it according to the inheritance thereof, and come again to me. And let them divide it unto them into 7 parts. And Judah shall abide in their coast on the south, and the house of Joseph shall stand in their coasts on the north. Describe you the land therefore into 7 parts, and bring the description hither to me, and I shall cast lots for you here before the Lord our God. But the Levites have no part among you, for the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. And Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance beyond Jordan eastward, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. And the men arose and went their way, and Joshua charged them that went to describe the land, saying, Depart and go through the land and describe it, and come again to me, that I may here cast lots for you before the Lord in Shiloh. And the men departed and walked through the land, and described it by cities into 7 parts, in a book, and returned to Joshua into the host at Shiloh. Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord, and there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel, to each their portion. And the lot of the tribe of the children of Benjamin came up according to their kindreds, and the coast of their lot came out between the children of Judah and the children of Joseph. And their north side was from Jordan, and went up to the side of Jericho on the north side, and went up through the mountains westward. And they ended at the wilderness of Bethaven, and went out from thence to the south side of Luz, the same as Bethel, and descended again to Atroth Adar, unto the hill, or Ataroth Adar, unto the hill that lieth on the south side of the nether Bethhoron. And the coast turneth thence, and compasseth the corner of the sea southward, even from the hill that lieth before Bethhoron southward. Yeah, I agree that it's different. It's it's more so that it's I don't suppose that it's all written by Daniel, for example. I suppose that it might be a collection, of books. I don't think so. I think one person wrote this book. I think God wrote this book. That said, I don't suppose that any one human wrote any one book. I see lots of, people say, oh, maybe Matthew borrowed from Mark. Sure, I think that. I don't mind that idea. I don't mind if humans get together and write the book together. I don't mind that at all. And of course, Chronicles, all the different scribes continued on through writing that. I don't have any problem with there being many, even countless human writers getting together, agreeing on what God said. So even a translation, I believe a translation can be inspired. Do I think Moses wrote the Pentateuch? I even think that he might have written the whole thing, but there's plenty of. He didn't, look at the very end of Deuteronomy. He didn't write the part where he didn't write the paragraphs at the end saying Moses died and no one knows of his burying place unto this day. Whether Joshua wrote it or someone else, it doesn't matter to me. But I was listening to something the other day about Noah and how it's phrased like the generations of Noah. And there's, I think it was David Daniels from Chick Publications suggested the way that the first first 5 chapters of Genesis are written. They're written in the present tense. So the idea is that some of those events were written at the time that they happened and written down. And there might have even been a copy with Noah on the ark. I like that idea. I don't necessarily. I mean, there's such thing as the historical present tense, but I think some of it was written before Moses. But I mean, also, God is able to dictate to Moses what he wants written. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Moses writing about what happens after his death necessarily either. But it's probably not how it went. Okay. Even from the hill that lieth before Bethhoron southward. And that goeth out at Kiriath Baal, which is Kiriath Jearim, a city of the children of Judah. This is the west quarter, and the south coast goeth from the edge of Kiriath Jearim, and goeth out westward, and thence it turneth to the water well of Nephtoah, and cometh down again to the edge of the hill that lieth before the valley of the son of Hinnom, even in the valley of the giants northward, and descendeth into the valley of Hinnom beside Jebusi southward, and goeth down to the well of Rogel, and compasseth from the north, and goeth forth to the well of the sun. This well of the sun has a name, and departeth from thence to the places of Geliloth, which are toward the going up unto Adomim, and goeth down to the stone of Bochen, the son of Reuben, and then goeth along toward the side of the plain northward, and goeth down into the fields, and goeth along to the side of Beth Hoglah northward, and endeth at the point of the salt sea north therefrom. At the point of the salt sea north therefrom, even at the south end of Jordan. This is the south coast. Calligraphy. I have thought about writing out my own copy. It would be very time consuming. I haven't thought about doing it in a beautiful manner, just in my own hand. But I don't know. As soon as the printing press became a thing, people stopped writing out copies by hand. As far as I'm concerned, it would be a novelty. I think it's a good memory practice to write it out yourself, write out verses yourself, for sure. Well, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know if I don't know that these printed letters are necessarily shaped to mimic calligraphy necessarily. I don't know for sure. I think they're a little bit altered. I know that some letters are intentionally made to look like other letters so that you can if you run out of certain characters, you can swap them out with another by a substitution, such that it's obvious what the word should be, even if the wrong letter is used in its place. That was a practice at this time. Oops, I forgot to scroll. That would be wild. Well, yeah, certainly. I mean, you can. People make art of verses, and frame them and stuff. A whole manuscript. That would be intense. I love the idea. Would it be priced at, proportionate to the time that you put into it? I would think perhaps not. It would take, suppose it takes you 100 hours just to read. It'd be so many hours of work, my friend. Oh, I've thought about doing that. Just Bible wallpaper. Intentionally the whole entire Bible, such that you can put the whole entire Bible on your wall. I think that would be awesome. I would love to see that myself. I've looked for it. Okay, so these were the cities of the tribes of... Oh, no, I went through here. No, maybe I didn't. Kaziz, Beth Araba, Zemarim, and Bethel, Avim, Para, and Ophrah, Kephar, Ammona, Hophni, and Gabai. 12 cities with their villages, Gibeon, Ramah, and Beeroth, Mizpah, Kaphira, and Moza, Rechem, Jeraphel, and Tarela, Zela, Elif, and Jebusi, which is Jerusalem, Gibeath, and Kiriath, 14 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Benjamin throughout their kindreds. 19. The lots or parts of Zebulun, Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, Dan, and Joshua. And the second lot came out for the tribe of the children of Simeon by their kindreds, and their inheritance was in the midst of the inheritance of the children of Judah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, Sheba, and Moladah, Hazar Shual, Bala, and Adzem, Eltalad, Betu, and Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, and Hazar Susa. Here you have a T in place of an R on purpose. This is Hazar Susa. It looks close to an R, so they used it. Not on accident, but because they must have run out of R's. That's what I believe. Oh yeah, I don't know. Good question. I had a dream. Okay, you just reminded me of a dream I had. The Hawaiian pigeon. Oh, I've listened to that, to the audio of that. It's actually great that there's an audio of that. Maybe you have the same app that I do, that YouVersion app. It's pretty cool. Trying to remember a phrase from there to prove to you. I don't remember a phrase though. Aim, Rimon, Ether, and Adzon, 4 cities with their villages, and there too all the villages that were round about these cities, even unto Balasath, or Balath, actually. Balath Beor, and Ramoth southward. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon throughout their kindreds. Out of the lot of the children of Judah. I probably won't take you up on that dare, though, to read speedrun the Hawaiian Pidgin Bible. It's a pidgin language. And it's very cool. The inheritance of the children of Simeon, for the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. And therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance in the inheritance of them. And the third lot arose for the children of Zebulun throughout their kindreds. Oh. They don't even describe Simeon's borders. I never noticed that. No, they did. That's what I just read. Disregard. And the third lot arose for the children of Zebulun throughout their kindreds. Oh, okay. They only listed the cities. But that's what happened. And the coast of their inheritance came to Zarid and went up westward and to Mariala and reached to Deboseth, and came thence to the river that lieth before Jokneven, and turn from Sarid eastward toward the sun rising unto the border of Kisloth Tabor, and then goeth out to Debereth, and goeth up to Japhia, and from thence goeth along eastward to Geta, or Getath Shepher, Eta, or Jeta, and Jazim, and goeth to Rimon Methoar, and Neo. Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right chapter, certainly. This is the inheritance of Zebulun. Oh. No. Encompasseth on the north side to Nathan, and endeth in the valley of Jephtael, and Jata, Nahalol, and Shimron, Jedalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun throughout their kindreds, and these are the cities with their villages. And this fourth lot came out for the children of Issachar by their kindreds, and their coast was Jezreelah, Kesaloth, and Shunem, Hapharaim, or Pharaim, Zion, and Anaharath, Rabith, Kision, and Abez, Rameth, and Ganim, and Hada, and Beth Phazez. And his coast reacheth to Tabor, and Sanhadzima, and Beth Shemesh, and endeth at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar by their kindreds, and these are the cities with their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher by their kindreds, and their coast was Hilkath, Hali, Betem, and Aksaph, Alamelech, Amad, and Mishael, and came to Carmel westward, and to Sihor, Labanath, and turneth toward the sun rising to Beth Dagon, and cometh to Zebulun, and to the valley of Jephthah toward the north side of Bethemek, and Negel, and goeth out on the left side of Kabul, and to Hebron, Rehob, Hamon, and Cana, even unto great Zidon. And then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city of Adzor, and turneth to Hodza, and endeth at the sea, by the possession of Achziba, Amma also, and Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Asher by their kindreds. These also are the cities with their villages. And the sixth lot came out for the children of Naphtali by their kindreds, and their coast was from Heleph, and from Elam to Zananim, Adami, Nekeb, and Japneel, even unto Lakum, and doth go out at Jordan. And then the coast turneth westward to Azanoth, Tabor, and then goeth out from thence to Hakoka, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and goeth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sun rising. And their strong cities are Zidin, Zur. I looked this up because Bur sounded very strange. In the King James it's Zur, Hamath, Rakath, and Kinnereth, Adamah, Herma, and Hatzor, Kadesh, Edrei, and Henahazor, Iran, Magdalel, Horem, Bethana, and Bethshemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali by their kindreds. These also are the cities of their villages. In the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan by their kindreds. And the coast of their inheritance was Zara, Eshtaol, Irshemesh, Salabin, Aijalon, Jetlah, Eglon, and Timnatha, and Akron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, and Baalath, Jehud, Benebarak, and Gath-Rimon. Yeah, I looked this one up too. This is Gath-Rimon, Mejerikon, and Arkon, or Acharon, maybe, with the border that lieth before Japho. And the coast of the children of Dan went out from them. And the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and conquered it, and dwelt therein, and called it Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan in their kindreds. These also are the cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land by her coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance unto Joshua the son of Nun among them, according to the word of the Lord. They gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah, in Mount Ephraim. And he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the children of Israel divided by lot in Shiloh before the Lord in the door of the tabernacle of witness, and so they made an end of dividing the country. 20. The cities of refuge or sanctuaries. The Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say, Appoint out from among you cities of refuge, whereof I spake unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither. And those cities shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. And he that doth flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city, and shall show his cause in the ears of the elders of the city, and they shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood follow after him, they shall not deliver the slayer into his hand, because he smote his friend ignorantly, and hated him not beforetime. And he shall dwell in the said city until he stand before the congregation in judgment, and until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days. For then shall the slayer return, and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, and unto the city from whence he fled. And they sanctified Kadesh in Galilee, in Mount Naphtali, and Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, in the mountain of Judah. And on the other side Jordan, over against Jericho, eastward, they appointed Bezor in the wilderness upon the plain, out of the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead, out of the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan, out of the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourned among them, that whosoever killed any person ignorantly, the same might flee thither, and should not die by the hand of the avenger of blood, until he stood before the congregation to declare his cause. 21. The cities given to the Levites, in number 48. And then came the principal fathers of the Levites unto Eleazar the priest, and unto Joshua the son of Nun, and unto the ancient fathers, or elders, that were over the tribes of the children of Israel, and spake unto them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, The Lord commanded by Moses to give us cities to dwell in, with the suburbs thereof for our cattle. And the children of Israel gave unto the Levites out of their inheritances at the bidding of the Lord these cities following, with their suburbs. And the lot came out for the children of the Kohathites, and the children of Aaron the priest, which were of the Levites, had given them by lot out of the tribe of Judah, out of the tribe of Simeon, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, 13 cities. And the rest of the children of Kohath had by lot out of the kindreds of the tribe of Ephraim, out of the tribe of Dan, and out of the half tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities. And the children of Gershon had by lot out of the kindreds of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, out of the tribe of Naphtali, and out of the other half tribe of Manasseh in Bashan, 13 cities. And the children of Merari by their kindreds had out of the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and out of the tribe of Zabulon, 12 cities. And the children of Israel gave by lot unto the Levites these cities with their suburbs, as the Lord commanded by Moses. And they gave out of the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simeon, these cities by name, which the children of Aaron, being of the kindreds of the Kohathites and of the children of Levi, obtained, for theirs was the first lot. And they gave them Kiriath Arba of the father of Anak, which is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah, with the suburbs of the same round about it. But the land that pertained to the city and the villages thereof gave they to Caleb the son of Jephunneh to be his possession. And thus they gave to the children of Aaron the priest a city, to the which the slayer might flee, even Hebron with her suburbs, Libnah with her suburbs, and Jatir with her suburbs, Eshtemoa with her suburbs, Holon with her suburbs, Debir with her suburbs, Ain with her suburbs, Jutah with her suburbs, Beth Shemesh with her suburbs, 9 cities out of those 2 tribes. And out of the tribe of Benjamin they gave Gibeon with her suburbs, Geba with her suburbs, Anatoth with her suburbs, Almon with her suburbs, 4 cities. All these cities of the children of Aaron, the priests, were 13 cities with their suburbs. And the kindreds of the children of Kohath that were Levites, that is to say, the other children of Kohath, had cities given them for their lot out of the tribe of Ephraim, for they gave them the city that the slayer might flee unto, Shechem with their suburbs, and Mount Ephraim, and Gazer with their suburbs, and Kabzaim with their suburbs, and Beth-horon with their suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Dan, Eltekeh with their suburbs, Gibbethon with their suburbs, and Aijalon with their suburbs, Gathrimon with their suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Tanakh with their suburbs, and Gathrimon with their suburbs, 2 cities. All the cities for the other kindreds of the children of Kohath were 10 with their suburbs. And unto the children of Gershon, which were of the kindreds of the Levites, they gave out of the half-tribe of Manasseh the city of refuge for the slayer, Golan and Bashan with their suburbs, and Beshtira with their suburbs, 2 cities. And out of the tribe of Issachar, Kishion with her suburbs, and Deborah with her suburbs, and Jerimoth with her suburbs, and Ganim with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Asher, Mishael with her suburbs, Abdon with her suburbs, Halakath with her suburbs, and Rehob with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Naphtali, the city for the slayer to flee unto, Kadesh in Galilee with her suburbs, and Hamoth Dor with her suburbs, and Kartan with her suburbs, 3 cities. All the cities of the Gershonites throughout their kindreds were 13 cities with their suburbs. And unto the other kindreds of the children of Merari, the rest of the Levites, they gave out of the tribe of Zabulon, Joknam with her suburbs, and Karta with her suburbs, Dimnah with her suburbs, and Nahalal with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Reuben, Bozor with her suburbs, Jaza with her suburbs, Kedemoth with her suburbs, and Maphah with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Gad, they gave the city for the slayer to flee unto, Ramoth in Gilead with her suburbs, and Mahanaim with her suburbs, Heshbon with her suburbs, and Jazer with her suburbs, 4 cities in all, such that all the cities of the children of Merari throughout their kindreds, which were the rest of the kindreds of the Levites, were by their lot 12 cities. And all the cities of the Levites that had, all the cities that the Levites had among the possession of the children of Israel were 48 with their suburbs. And these cities lay every one severally, having their suburbs round about them throughout all the said cities. And the Lord gave unto Israel all the land which he sware to give unto their fathers, and they conquered it and dwelt therein. And the Lord gave them rest round about according to all that he sware unto their fathers, and there stood not a man of all their enemies before them. The Lord also delivered all their enemies into their hands. There escaped nothing of all the good things which the Lord had said unto the house of Israel, but all came to pass. They also use the word country, the country, to mean the area right immediately around a city. So like when they say all that country, they mean all the country of that specific spot. But yeah. It's hard to say suburb so many times in a row. This is a tongue twister chapter for me. Chapter 21 was. 22. Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh are sent again to their possessions. They build an altar for a memorial. Then Joshua called unto the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and said unto them, Ye have kept all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, and have obeyed my voice in all that I commanded you. Ye have not left your brethren of a long season unto this day, but have kept the commandment of the Lord your God. And now that the Lord hath given rest unto your brethren as he promised them, therefore return ye, and go unto your tents, and unto the land of your possession, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave you on the other side Jordan. But in any wise take diligent heed, and do the commandment and law which Moses the servant of the Lord charged you, that you love the Lord your God, and walk in all his ways, and keep his commandments, and cleave unto him, and serve him with all your hearts and all your souls. And so Joshua blessed them, and sent them away, and they went unto their tents. Unto the one half of the tribe of Manasseh Moses gave possession in Bashan, and unto the other half thereof gave Joshua among their brethren on the side Jordan westward. And Joshua sent them away also unto their tents, and blessed them, and said unto them, Return with much riches unto your tents, and with a great multitude of cattle, with silver and gold, with brass and iron, and with much raiment, and divide the spoil of your enemies with your brethren. The children of Reuben, the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh returned and departed. Oh, I like the genealogies just fine. And I'll tell you why in a moment. And it's not because I got good at reading them and like to show off. I'll tell you why I actually like the genealogies. The children of Reuben, the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh returned and departed from the children of Israel out of Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan, to go unto the country of Gilead, to the land of their possession, which they had obtained, according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses. And when they came unto the place of Gilead beside Jordan, that is in the land of Canaan, there the children of Reuben, the children of Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh built an altar fast by Jordan, and that a great altar to see to, which, when the children of Israel heard of, they said, Behold, the children of Reuben, the children of Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh have built an altar in the forefront of the land of Canaan, even in Gilead, beside Jordan, on the side of the children Israel. On the children of Israel's side of Jordan. I think. Okay, yeah, as far as tongue twisters go, yeah. They probably didn't need to write begot so many times. I wholeheartedly agree with you there. I like the way that how is it? I guess it was even in chapter, I think it's when Seth is born and Eve says, Behold, I have got a man from the Lord, is what she says. Like, they could have just used the word got. Could have been the same meaning. Oh. But okay. You don't hate the genealogies the way that I suppose that you might have. I like all the names. I like reading all the names. Basically our family, right? If you think about it, we get to meet these folks by and large. That when I realized that's when I realized, okay, I like the genealogies. There's some lists of names, for example, the Edomites, the Dukes. Those are kind of strange, but we could meet them. I don't know. Okay. So, I left my place again. The Gadites. Okay. Right, so they built this altar in the forefront. The whole congregation of the children of Israel gathered them together to Shiloh and to make battle against them. And the children of Israel sent unto the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the half tribe of Manasseh and into the land of Gilead, Phinehas the son of Eleazar the priest, and with him 10 lords of every chief house a lord throughout all the tribes of Israel, which were heads of their fathers' households among the thousands of Israel. And they went unto the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the children of the half tribe of Manasseh, unto the land of Gilead, and they spake with them, saying, yeah, it's one of the 12. Gad. There's also the word. There are like 4 or 5 names in here that are homonyms with regular words. There's a phrase, why gaddest thou about? So the verb is gad, but it only occurs in the form gaddest. So that's not quite an exact homonym. Gad doesn't occur except as a name. There's also the name Hen, which I don't remember who that is. I think it's in Chronicles. And there's the name Mark. And who else? I kind of count Mary because in the 1611 King James there is the word Mary as in marriage. Actually Mary, the name Mary is also spelled M-A-R-I-E. That's what happens. And then the verb marry is spelled that way as well, here and there. Is there another name? Mark, Hen. Oh, Lot. Lot is the other one. Lot is probably the big one. It's hard to search for how many times the word Lot occurs versus how many times the name Lot occurs. You just need to search by case sensitive, I suppose. The name Mark doesn't occur very many times at all. He's mentioned like 3 or 4 times. Okay. They spake with them, saying, Thus say the whole congregation of the Lord, what transgression is this that ye have transgressed against the God of Israel, to turn away this day from the Lord, in that ye have builded you an altar, for to rebel this day against the Lord? Is the wicked deed of Peor too little for us, whereof we are not yet cleansed unto this day, and for the which there was in the congregation of the people a plague of the Lord? Ye also are turned away this day from the Lord, and seeing ye rebel today against the Lord, it will come to pass that tomorrow he shall be wroth with all the congregation of Israel. Notwithstanding, if ye think that the land of your possession is unclean, then come over unto the land of the possession of the Lord, wherein the Lord's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us. But transgress not against the Lord, nor provoke us to build you any other altar, save the altar of the Lord our God. Did not Achan the son of Zerah trespass in the excommunicate or condemned thing, and wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel, such that he alone perished not for his wickedness? He didn't perish alone, but all his house did. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh answered and said unto the heads of over the thousands of Israel, I have an answer to that too. Did you know that, how is it? Oh, okay. Hold that thought. I wanted to mention too that when, like the first times that I read my Bible, I couldn't make sense of the half tribe of Manasseh. I thought maybe it was Manasseh was half the size of all the rest, so they were called a half tribe. I must not have had a lot of comprehension, because it's explained several times that Manasseh is large. It's twice as large as all the rest, and therefore they're split up into halves. But yeah. The Tetragrammaton, I do believe that the capital L-O-R-D is even a correct and proper translation of the Tetragrammaton, because I think the Tetragrammaton is a title. I think it's not God's literal name. I think it is a title that I think it's even equivalent to Adonai. That's what I believe. and this might be a little bit, maybe not everyone necessarily will agree with me, but I think it's even like a it's a title, it's a stand-in, it's like a cipher. I don't really want to call it like I don't think cipher is really a proper way of describing it, but it stands for his name. It was revealed to Israel, but Israel did not even write the name down literally. Even the Tetragrammaton is not the proper name. I mean, you could say it's Jehovah, but yeah. And so the capital Lord would be it's the English equivalent of the Tetragrammaton, 4 letters. I think it's a great translation myself, as long as you're actually writing it out in capital letters. Then the children of Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh answered and said unto the heads over the thousands of Israel, the God of gods, the Lord, God of gods, even the Lord, he knoweth, and Israel also shall know. If it be to rebel or to transgress against the Lord, then thou, Lord, save us not this day, or else if we have built us an altar to turn from following the Lord, or to offer thereon burnt offering or meat offering, or to offer peace offerings thereon, let the Lord require it and judge. And if we have not rather done it of a carefulness and of a sure occasion, saying, in time to come your children might say unto ours, what have ye to do with the Lord God of Israel? The Lord hath made Jordan a border between us. And you, ye children of Reuben and of Gad, ye have no part therefore in the Lord, and so shall your children make our children cease from fearing the Lord. Therefore we took better advisement, and said, we will make us an altar, not for burnt offering, nor for sacrifice, but for a witness between us and you, and our generations after us, that we should serve the Lord with our offerings, sacrifices, and peace offerings before him, and that your children should not say to ours in time to come, ye have no part in the Lord. Therefore said we, that if they should so say to us, or to our generations in time to come, that we would say again, behold the fashion of the altar of the Lord, which our fathers made, neither for burnt offerings nor sacrifices, but for a witness between us and you. God forbid that we should rebel against the Lord and turn this day from after him, and build any other altar for burnt offerings, oblations, or sacrifices, save the altar of the Lord our God that is before his tabernacle. So I contend that even YHWH, and to an extent, that is different from the word Jehovah. But I contended that 4-letter phrase is already a means of avoiding saying the name. So they could say, so it's as if it's doubly layered. It would be as if maybe you could conceive of in the future they could even begin to avoid saying the word Adonai. Just layered upon layers. So I think that's how I believe it is. Here's another reason, which I think I could be in the minority about, but I don't mind. I like capital Lord and YHWH for the same reason. It can stand for Jehovah, or it could stand for Jesus as well. Another name of the Lord. The name of the Lord. So that's why I like it. I don't mind reading I don't think it's proper to look at the capital Lord and read it as Jesus. It's written Lord for a reason. But yeah, it's him. It's him. So yes. No, I know. Okay, I have to clarify what a Trinitarian is. I believe that there's 3 persons, one God. But I believe that, and I do believe that they're separate. According to everything that Jesus describes about the Father, I don't suppose that they are one in this. I don't suppose that they are. I think in the Old Testament, Jesus is revealed as, even as the angel of the Lord, and even when they say the word of the Lord appeared to me and showed me such and such a thing, the word of the Lord, when he shows up, he's described as being a person. And it doesn't seem to be the same thing as the Father when the word of the Lord shows up in the Old Testament, in that exact phrasing. The word of the Lord came to me and took me up and showed me, That's hard to say about the plural form. But I think so. I think Elohim, it could probably even, it's like when you use the word we, and it means, it could even refer to all his angels. It's not necessarily equating all the angels with being like one entity. Yeah, the royal we. Jesus and the Spirit are there. Wisdom is there. I think wisdom is personified for a reason. I don't think it's just an expedient. Actually, in fact, the Spirit in turn is referred to as being sevenfold. And I think, if I recall, wisdom is one of them. The 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the world. That's all the same spirit in 7 different facets. Sorry, I gotta turn to Isaiah here. Isaiah 11. Yeah. Isaiah 11. Here they list the 7 spirits. The Spirit of the Lord shall light upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and strength, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. And that sounds like 6, but the Spirit of the Lord is the first one. This is the list of 7. Spirit of the Lord, and wisdom and understanding, counsel, strength, knowledge, and of the fear of the Lord. There you go. It's really interesting how they they don't really hide this information. It's not really doctrine information. It's not supremely necessary to know. But it's in here. All this information's in here. Oh. I don't know, 3 and 7 occur quite a many times. and not just 3. It's not 3 or 7. I would venture 3 and 7. Don't ask me about that math. But you know how there's, you have the 10 Commandments. 7 of them are shout nots, and 3 of them are positive, including remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. In 6 days, God created the heaven and earth and everything that's in them. But in the Old Testament, 7 days is very heavily featured. In the New Testament, 3 days is very, very heavily featured. Did you notice that? 7 plus 10. I don't think that's an accident either. The 3 supplements the 7. What do you mean? They're enumerated. Like giving them numbers 1 through 10. So are they enumerated somewhere? I feel like the 4th commandment is called the 4th commandment somewhere in here. Yeah, definitely. I think the Protestant reading is pretty straightforward. I think also the difference in wording between the Exodus rendering and the Deuteronomy rendering kind of, people kind of focus too much on that and try to maybe focus too hard on that. But I don't think the first commandment is, I'm the Lord your God that brought you out of the land of Egypt. I don't think that's a commandment. But I don't know. But I also see how people could interpret it as a commandment if they really wanted to. Okay. I'm almost at the end of this book. And so I'm not paying too much attention to where I am. Okay. We took better advisement. Okay, this is where I was. No other altar save the altar of the Lord our God that is before his tabernacle. And when Phinehas the priest and the lords of the congregation and heads over the thousands of Israel which were with him heard these words that the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the children of Manasseh spake, they were well content. And Phinehas the son of Eleazar the priest said unto the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the children of Manasseh, This day we perceive that the Lord is among us, because ye have not done this trespass against the Lord. Now ye have rid or delivered the children of Israel out of the hand of the Lord. And Phinehas the son of Eleazar the priest with the lords returned from the children of Reuben and from the children of Gad out of the land of Gilead unto the land of Canaan to the children of Israel, and brought them this word again. And the saying pleased the children of Israel, and they blessed God, and did not intend to go against them in battle and to destroy the land which the children of Reuben and the children of Gad dwelt in. Wow. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad called the altar our witness, which I think is Ed, isn't it? Our witness that the Lord is God. 23. Joshua exhorteth the people that they join not themselves to the Gentiles. Oh. Here again, here's another occurrence of using Gentiles to refer to the Canaanites, which I wouldn't, but they did here. That's a good point too. I mean, even at this time, like nowadays, there's still lots of dialects of English. I think even at this time, I believe that this was not the majority dialect of English, but this was, London English. And so I don't think people necessarily even spoke this way, but people conformed to it. I think this book here in particular even kind of caused this specific form of English to become kind of in use and intelligible to people, whereas before it wasn't necessarily. Standard English. '23. And it came to pass a long season after that the Lord had given rest unto Israel from all their enemies round about, that Joshua waxed old and was stricken in age. Joshua called for all Israel and for their elders, their heads, their judges and officers, and said unto them, I am old and stricken in age, and ye have seen all that the Lord your God hath done unto all these nations before you, how the Lord your God hath fought for you. Behold, I have subdued unto you these nations that remain, to be an inheritance for your tribes, even from Jordan, and from the land of all the nations that I have destroyed, even unto the great sea westward. And there remain yet many nations. And the Lord your God shall expel them before you, and cast them from out of your sight, and ye shall conquer their land, as the Lord your God hath said unto you. Go to, therefore, as strongly as ye may, that ye take heed and do all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, that ye bow not aside therefrom to the right hand or to the left, and lest that when you come among these nations that are left with you, lest you make mention or swear by the names of their gods, and that you neither serve them nor bow yourselves unto them, but that you stick fast unto the Lord your God, as ye have done unto this day. So shall the Lord cast out before you great nations and mighty, as no man hath been able to stand before you hitherto, even as no man hath been able to stand before you hitherto. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, he fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. Take good heed, therefore, unto your souls, that you love the Lord your God. Else, if you go back and cleave unto the rest of these nations that remain with you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you, be assured that the Lord your God will no more cast out all these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and pricks in your eyes, until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you. And behold, this day do I enter into the way of all the world. I die. And you know, in all your hearts and in all your souls, that nothing hath failed of all the good things which the Lord your God promised you, but all are come to pass, and nothing hath failed thereof. Therefore, as all good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil, until he have destroyed you from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you, when ye have transgressed the appointment of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and have gone and served strange gods, and bowed yourselves to them. Then shall the wrath of the Lord wax hot upon you, and ye shall perish quickly from off the good land which he hath given you. 24. Joshua exhorteth the people to the keeping of the law. He dieth. The bones of Joseph are buried. Eleazar dieth. No, I'm not. I can barely program. I'm really out of practice. I can write scripts here and there, but it's not my favorite thing to do. And Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem, and called for the elders of Israel, and for their heads, judges, and officers, and they presented themselves before God. And Joshua said unto all the people, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old time, even Terah, the father of Abraham and of Nahor, and served strange gods. And I took your father, Abraham, from the other side of the flood, Euphrates, and brought him throughout all the land of Canaan, and multiplied his seed, and gave him Isaac. And I gave unto Isaac Jacob and Esau. And I gave unto Esau Mount Seir to possess it. But Jacob and his children went down into Egypt. I sent Moses also and Aaron, and I plagued Egypt. And when I had so done among them, I brought you out, and I brought your fathers out of Egypt. And as they came unto the sea, the Egyptians followed after your fathers with chariots and horsemen unto the Red Sea. And when they cried unto the Lord put darkness between you and the Egyptians, and brought the sea upon them, and covered them. And your eyes have seen what I have done to the Egyptians. And you dwelt in the wilderness a long season, and I brought you into the land of the Amorites, which dwelt on the other side Jordan. And they fought with you, and I gave them into your hand, that you might conquer their country. And I destroyed them from out of your sight. Then Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, arose and warred against Israel, and sent and called Balaam the son of Beor for to curse you. But I would not hearken unto Balaam, and therefore he rather blessed you. And so I delivered you out of his hand. And you went over Jordan, and came unto Jericho. And the men of Jericho fought against you, the Amorites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, Girgashites, Hivites, and Jebusites, and I delivered them into your hand. And I sent hornets before you, which cast them out of your sight, even the 2 kings of the Amorites, but not with your own sword, or with your own bow. And I have given you a land in which you did no labor, and cities which you built not, and which you dwell in, vineyards also, and olive trees which you planted not, and whereof you do eat. Now therefore fear the Lord, and serve him in perfectness and truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, in the Chaldees, and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, then choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, either the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The people answered and said, God forbid that we should forsake the Lord and serve strange gods. For the Lord our God, he it is that brought us out and our fathers out of the land of Egypt, and from the house of bondage, in which did those great miracles in our sight, and preserved us in all the way that we went, and among all the nations which we came through. And the Lord did cast out before us all the nations, especially the Amorites, which dwelt in the land, and therefore will we also serve the Lord, for he is our God. And Joshua said unto the people, Ye cannot serve the Lord, for he is an holy God, and a jealous God, and cannot bear your iniquity and sin. If ye forsake the Lord, and serve strange gods, he will turn and do you evil, and consume you, after that he hath done you good. And the people said unto Joshua, Nay, but we will serve the Lord. We are willing. Joshua said unto the people, You are witnesses yourselves that ye have chosen you the Lord to serve him. And they said, We are witnesses. Then put away, said he, the strange gods which are among you, and bow your hearts unto the Lord God of Israel. The people said unto Joshua, The Lord our God will we serve, and his voice will we obey. And so Joshua made a covenant with the people the same day, and set an ordinance and law before them in Shechem. Joshua wrote these words in the book of the law of God, and took a great stone, and pitched it on end in the said place, even under an oak that was in the sanctuary of the Lord. And Joshua said unto all the people, Behold, this stone shall be a witness unto us, for it hath heard all the words of the Lord which he spake with us. It shall be therefore a witness unto you, lest you deny and dissemble with your God. Good question. And so Joshua let the people depart, every man unto his inheritance. And after these things it came to pass that Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died, being 110 years old. And they buried him in the country of his inheritance, even in Timnath-serah, which is in Mount Ephraim, on the north side of the hill of Gash. And Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders that overlived Joshua, and which had known all the works of the Lord that he had done for Israel. And the bones of Joseph, which the children of Israel brought out of Egypt, buried they in Shechem, in a parcel of ground which Jacob bought of the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver, and it became the inheritance of the children of Joseph. And Eleazar the son of Aaron died, whom they buried in an hill that pertained to Phinehas his son, which hill was given him in Mount Ephraim. The end of the book of Joshua. So there we go. Yeah. I really like the way that they do this, because then, circling back to what we were talking about before, the potential of missing the end of the chapter and not being aware of it. Here's the marking for the end of a chapter. I don't know if I don't know if that's something that they ever did in the Greek and Hebrew. I don't think I've ever carefully looked at a Greek or Hebrew manuscript. But yeah.